Hello fellas, Frankie Day here. Okay guys, it's Thursday evening. This is video number 1 of my Trumpeter 1/700 scale USS California in a 1945 refit. And gee folks, I've been on this last couple of days straight. And I still got a lot more parts to put on it before I get her done. So thus far, I got all broke down the sub-assemblies assembled on top of the model, so when I start painting and everything, all these sub-assemblies will come off. I'll demonstrate it as we review it. Okay guys, I went down to Hobby Lobby. I bought a piece of wood for it. It's a base platform, a base wood, like same thing I use on my Princeton and my USS Alabama, except it's a little smaller. And that's exactly what I need for this here kit, because it's small. So small goes to small instead of big with small, so I want to make sure something big don't dwarf this thing. So it's dwarfed enough as it is. It's about a good 10.5 inches long. There's a lot of parts of this thing, fellas. I've got almost 300 parts in this thing. I still got plenty more parts to go on. So those parts will be assembled a latter part of the assembly when the painting's all done. So as of now, I got it all primed and ready to be painted. The other parts will follow when I get finished. So this is going to be, I should have this thing done next week sometime. Probably around Tuesday or Wednesday. I should have this thing done. And so that'll be that. And this is a good kit, fellas. It's this Trumpeter kit. It's not too bad of a kit. It's I think it's a lot more better than Hasegawa in a way. They're 1/700 scale series. This is because they got a lot more technology than the old Hasegawa releases that were done during the 1970s. And anybody's got one of these in their stash, it's a good model. There's a lot of parts to it. Incidentally, fellas, they threw in the West Virginia parts and the USS California parts. The California class or Tennessee class consists of 2 ships. And you got the Colorado class, which is I think it's 3 ships. You got the Colorado, West Virginia, and Maryland. These battleships were the Washington Treaty program. They were made back in 1921. And they were quite similar. Actually, what they were an advanced version of the New Mexico class. And the California and Tennessee were both sunk in Pearl Harbor. And they were refloated and sent to Puget Sound in Washington, D.C. Not Washington, D.C., but Washington State. And the Bremerton, more or less. They went to Bremerton, Washington, for refit. So the refit they went through was similar to the South Dakota class, because they use the South Dakota class plan as a basis to remodify these old battle wagons that were sunk at Pearl. And I had one of my commentators on there. I forget the gentleman's name. His father was on during World War II, and he's a Pearl Harbor sailor, like my father was too. And I'll do this bill justice just for him and for his father, and I'll do justice for you too, guys out there. Okay guys, we're going to take the camera and take a look at the California and see how much progress has been done on it. Then we'll go back to the video, and yours truly will announce what I'll be doing next during drying sessions of this kit here. And so let's swing around and take a look at the California. Here she is, fellas, right here. I've got her in her tire, in the sub-assemblies wise. that cigar in my mouth so I can talk. So as you can tell, this is a basic layout of the wood, how it's going to be, fellas. I got to trim this piece of simulated water, this plastic, this light screen. It's got to be cut to shape. I'm going to have it rounded around this way, and to make the display a lot more better than just have a piece over the finished wood. So all this is removable right here, fellas. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and this is all removable. All these parts come off because you got to have them off for painting. They're all sub-assemblies here, and they all got to be done. And so the only way to tackle this thing is you got turrets will come off. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and airbrush this deck with teak. Then I'll apply a wash of navy blue on top of it. I get done, then the gray blue will follow on top of the rest of the superstructure. So actually it's going to be a pretty dark color, fellas. And the Navy went back to dark gray, dark blue grays at the end of the war. They ventured in blues, and they faded out like because of the salt water and wear and tear. And so therefore they went back to darker colors, darker hues. They found out a lot more sustaining in color value than opposed to the early 5S, which was used during the Rainbow 5 preparation of war code plans for paint schedules for the battle line. And I have the 1/700 scale Tennessee, which is almost this too. And they make very, very good displays. Also, my commentators says I wish they would go ahead and make a whole fleet of Pearl Harbor like Nevada and Pennsylvania and everything. I think it's all there. All they need is just to make a 1941 version of the California and Tennessee and bring up the Nevada. I think everything is there. And so maybe good folks at Trumpeter will do that. Anyway, folks, this is about as far as I got on this thing. It's a lot of pieces of this thing. I got about 300 pieces of this thing. I kid you not, each one of these 40 millimeters on there, there's 9 parts, each one of these 40 millimeters. Man, I tell you one thing, you got to be a brain surgeon to just put this thing together. This thing is very challenging for me, and also gives my eyes plenty of exercise, which they really need really bad, especially in small scales. So my overall perspective and view towards the 1/700 scale, they're very attractive models, and they make very, very good collections, and they don't take up that much room opposed to the 1/350 scale and larger scales beyond. And you can really have a whole flotilla of these little things without taking much room. And they look a lot more nicer too, I think, fellas, because they're smaller, and the key of building a model is miniaturization. So they don't get more miniature than this, unless you want to go to the waterline models, 1200, 1250 scale, and that's a whole different breed. And believe you me, them things are very, very small to build, and very popular for wargaming. Okay, guys, that's about as far as I got on this thing. So I got a lot more parts to put on it, so I'm going to probably be doing some more painting on it. I'll probably start some painting on it probably tomorrow. And I'll swing back to the government Gulf Hawk and get that squared away, and that'll be that. Okay, fellas, we'll swing the camera yours truly and finish up the video here. Okay, fellas, here I am again one more time. And that's as far as I got on the California. I'm going to put away a little drive for the night. And I think I'll stay up and watch a little television a little bit and go to bed. Wake up tomorrow and do it all over again. It's getting a little tired, fellas. I've been working on these models all day and all night. And believe you me, I'm in model heaven right now. I'm really enjoying these things. So I'll probably be dragging out a couple more kits out this next week, and I'll show you what I'll be building, what's going to be on the bench. So in all, fellas, the California will be definitely done next week, and the Grumman Gulf Hawk will be done probably this weekend. I should have it all finished. So stay tuned for that. So Frankie Day's going to get that shaken and get that done. And I can spend more time on California to get her done. Now I'll move over to the next one. Boy, I'm getting tired, fellas. I'm really starting to fall asleep here. Okay, guys, that'll about do it right there. And once again, I'd like to thank everybody out there for tuning in, and may God bless and make Mama happy. And please subscribe and happy modeling. And enjoy everything in life, because life is very short. And I'm enjoying these very much right now myself. Okay, guys, this is Frankie Day signing off for now. I'll see you guys for the final reveal for the Grumman Go Flock. It'll probably be the Saturday or Sunday this weekend, but one of the 2 days there is definitely going to be this weekend to be finished. And I'll drag something else out of the closet and go ahead and make a review of that, make an unbox review of that, and get a cracking on that too. Okay, guys, I'm out of here, and thank you very much one more time again, fellas, and God bless every one of you, and happy modeling once more time again. This is Frankie Day out of here, and we'll see you guys. Take care, fellas.